John, with just a couple of days to go now, I have to say, John, you are front and center in the media world. Shove it. The famous remark happened on your broadcast just a couple of days ago. The question now is, did this help or hurt Caprio?
Gene, it was a gamble. Last weekend, I think, was a big weekend. On Friday, John Robitaille learned he was going to get $400,000 from the National Governors Association. It's the most money he was going to get, big infusion. He's been gaining on Frank Caprio. The Caprio people, to me, learned they were not going to get the Obama endorsement. They needed that. I think it was a mixture of frustration and a calculated risk that apparently has not panned out for Frank Caprio.
Cover the New York Post, John.
That doesn't happen every day. Certainly not with the Rhode Island gubernatorial campaign.
Boy, people are fired up about this, huh? Why are they so angry?
Well, Dave, you know, Governor Chafee, who has now been called, as you heard, Governor Grinch, is taking this one step farther, trying to treat Christmas like it's the C word. I know it's changing times, but it's a Christmas tree. It will always be a Christmas tree. And to try to call this a holiday tree and water this down, no one can understand what he's going for, Dave. Is this an attempt to go after the atheist voting bloc, which is what, a couple of ACLU members that still have a Howard Dean bumper sticker on their Prius? It makes no sense. It has truly struck a chord, and the battle for Christmas is on here in Rhode Island.
Is he up for re-election?
He is not. He just got in. He got in a kind of a fluke election, just 36%. He's had a rough year. He is kind of an odd speaking style where now he's even called Governor Gump, almost like a reference to Forrest Gump, the way that he delivers this.
Wow.
But it's going too far to not call it a Christmas tree at the Rhode Island State House. And make no mistake about it, the old expression is, you know, we gave up on trying to find a virgin and 3 wise men at the Rhode Island State House a long time ago. But to try to turn a Christmas tree and say, no, it's a holiday tree, just goes too far.
Does this follow a pattern for Governor Chafee, or is this a bit of an exception for him?
It does kind of follow a pattern where he's gone out of his way to kind of upset people. He doubled the beach fees. Since he's come into office, he seems to try to appeal to a very liberal branch, and this is the first real attack on religion, and that's what it is, Dave. I mean, make no mistake about it. This is an attack on Christmas. People are tired of it. It is a Christmas tree, and on Tuesday night, we're going to show people that it is, in fact, a Christmas tree.
Well, he says the term holiday tree is in keeping with Rhode Island's founding as a haven for religious liberty and diversity. For those of you on the flip side of this, and there is the statement from Governor Chafee. If you want to contact him, well, here's the phone number, 401-222-2080. I think we can put it on the screen for you.
And Dave, Tuesday night, so we're going to have a flash mob. We're going to be at the State House. There's going to be hundreds of people starting at 5:30. And I'm going to put out on my Facebook page, John DePetro/radio, and also on Twitter, John DePetro, WPR on Twitter, exactly the time that we're all going to break into a rendition of Oh Christmas Tree.
That was Tuesday at 5:30 at the State House?
That's exactly right. And I don't have the best voice, but I'm going to lead the crowd, and you're going to have old people that want to sing O Tannenbaum. Dave, you have the younger people. It's kind of like the Jersey Shore type. They think it's actually Yo Christmas Tree instead of Oh Christmas Tree. But I think we all can agree that it is, in fact, a Christmas tree. And what would Jesus do? Jesus would be part of the flash mob.
John, do you want to sing us out to the break?
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, something. I got to learn the rest of the lyrics, but I know the first part.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but you're a good sport.
That's okay.
John DePetro from WPRO Radio in Providence. That's Tuesday night, 5:30 at the Rhode Island State House. Thank you, sir.
Good to be with you, Dave.
Apart from the crime, there's a controversy in Boston. WRKO talk show host John DePetro has angered some people by questioning Emmett's behavior before she was murdered. Joining us now from Boston is Wendy Murphy, an attorney and child advocate, and Mr. DePetro, who is in the eye of the storm. All right, so your thesis about Emmett's behavior is what, Mr. DePetro?
Now, most people seem to agree that after midnight you're alone, but this whole argument, how this thing really got off was this whole argument of whether or not she had the right to be there. I think the women's groups and the feminist groups that are attacking me are missing the point and leading young women astray.
The President of the United States used the pejorative teabagging.
I'll tell you, Sean, I've spoken at two Tea Party rallies. And what is so insulting about that is you find people that are out of the mainstream. They've never been involved politically, and this is a way to kind of neutralize them. There's an effort to try to make fun of these people and discourage them. You have people, you know, that have never been part of the process. They want to get involved, and what are they told? You know, they're racist, the white supremacists. Now you have the president taking a cheap shot at them. It is totally out of line. And the Sons, I mean, shame on them. I don't know if you've heard the latest. I mean, they sometimes have jersey night or hat night. Now in Arizona, they may have green card night next week for some of the illegals.
Did you spend all day writing that?
I did not. But what is so insulting is the president is once again inflaming the situation.
Yeah, he is.
You know, he did it last time, last summer with the situation in Cambridge when he called the police stupidly, and now he's inflaming it again.
But that's the point. I think John's on to something here.
The man once referred to as the Laurence Olivier of porn, Ron Jeremy. And conservative radio talk show host John DePetro.
This has to do with child exploitation, and you're also talking about a billion-dollar industry. I don't think the forefathers, when they talked about the First Amendment, were thinking of the money shot. These are people that enjoy freedom of expression, but I think it's not that much to ask for someone who's making a lot of money. Let's find out who are these people, what's their legal name, not their barely legal name, and let's find out how old they are. And it's funny that someone like Ron Jeremy, star of Planet of the Whores, and also 21 Hump Street and some of these other films, says they want to protect themselves with the First Amendment.
Last night, I interviewed conservative radio talk show host about a new proposal that would require all porn stars to cough up personal information about themselves. He went head-to-head, so to speak, with porn legend Ron Jeremy, but John DePetro sure seemed to have an extensive knowledge of Ron's work. Last night I debated Boston radio talk show host John DePetro, who's talking a lot about why Annette St. Guillen was out alone at 4 a.m. and drunk before she was abducted, raped, and murdered. I said I will not allow this victim to be attacked. We received over 1,000 emails on this topic.
No, Dan, most people's reaction is she was with her friends, she was safe then, women are safe in a group, women are a target. Young women are a target. You can't ignore that. Look at the date rape drugs. They're looking at whether or not she was drugged. It is not the same for a man or a woman. It's more dangerous for women, and women have to be aware of that.
And again, it's more dangerous for women to go out to a bar at night.
No, it's more dangerous for young women to be alone, drunk in a bar at 4 a.m. at night.
A happy ending is it gets off. I mean,
happy ending
without taking sides.
Happy ending would be a mistrial, then they have to do the whole thing all over again.
So you're broadcasting from right outside the courtroom, right?
Yeah, it's the hottest show in town.
Right.
Deval
Patrick,
Patrick,
it all happened in front of him.
he could teach Dean Smith a few things about the four corners. And the deflated basketballs, I know they were in prison, but they're also in the debate last night. You know, he has gotten better, Gene, every single debate. And Deval knows when it's 4 against 1, he just works the clock. It becomes a matter of time. One question to Kerry Healer took 12 minutes. The second question to Christy Myhouse took 11 minutes. That's valuable time when you have 4 people. You can't get in a rhythm. Deval has gotten better and better. His people know, let's just not blow it, let's play it safe.
Radio talk show host John DePetro joins us.
Joining us is John DePetro, radio talk show host in Boston.
Well, joining me now, WPRO radio talk show host John DePetro.